So hello everyone, and I welcome you all to APJ Academy, where we are nurturing the young minds to become doctor and engineers, just like you will become doctor and engineers in the near future. So as I am audible to you everyone, so hey, hello everyone, and I welcome you all to APJ Academy, where we are nurturing the young minds like you to become doctor and engineers. And in today's class, we are going to discuss the kinematics. Basically, we are going to complete our projectile motion. And in projectile motion, I'll be teaching you very important points and how we are going to analyze all these numericals related to the projectile motion and how we will be applying our tricks to solve these questions. I'll be teaching you only 5 points. These 5 points are sufficient to solve any types of questions that may come in your NEET exam, and I'll show you that with the help of NEET previous year questions. So who am I here to claiming these many things in front of you? Myself, Manoj Kumar. I am physics educator on APJ Academy for the physics subject, and previously I was associated with many renowned coaching institutes online and offline, and I have total experience of 8 years, and in these 8 years I taught more than lakhs of students online and offline combined, and I gave result around 1000 students got selected in NEET, and they are studying in prestigious colleges of India, right? And I always say to my student that winners and losers have same goal. Winners and losers have same goal. Many teachers said that you have to many teachers say that you must have one goal if you really want to achieve that. But I do not say that you need to have goal. I always say that you need to have one process. You must think about one process, that what is the process to become successful. Because if you get this process, you will be successful everywhere. Because I have some students, I have seen some my some friends who got selected in IIT, who got selected in IAS, who got selected everywhere. Means he is giving the test and he got selected. Why? Because he cracked this process. He knows that what is the basic requirement to crack any exam. So it doesn't matter whether you are preparing for JEE, you are preparing for NEET, or you are preparing for any other competitive exam which are happening in India or anywhere. It's about that whether you are following that process or not. And this process is very important, and for this process we at APJ Academy bringing you a free live classes here on this YouTube channel. We are providing you complete schedule so that you have to just attend your classes from your home regularly. For that, you just need to subscribe this YouTube channel and share our video if you really like this. And also we are launching one full year course for you. For that, you please check the descriptions, and I'll discuss about these things later on. First, let's start our video. And one more thing, all our courses, whatever we are providing, you can buy them separately as well. Like we have our complete content material we are providing the test series, we are providing the DPPs, we are providing the personal doubt clearing sessions where me or other mentors will be guiding you to solve the physics numericals. So all these things will be provided to you in our APJ Academy 1 year complete program, and you can buy them separately as well. So let's come to the point about the kinematics. This is the part 2, and I'll be discussing the 5 fundas which I teach usually. If you know these 5 fundas, you will be able to solve any types of numericals related to the kinematics. So what are all these 5 concepts? These 5 fundas are about the time of fall. Time of fall means if I'm considering that I am having one ball with me, are you all with me, right? And I am dropping this ball. So how much time this ball will take? To hit the ground? So time of fall we will calculate. We will calculate the speed with which this ball will hit the surface. We will see that with which I'm good at cricket. It's just a miss. So we will see that at what speed this ball will hit the ground, and also we will see that what is the maximum height the ball will attain if we are throwing it with some particular velocity. Also, we will see that what is the total time, like if I'm throwing the ball up and it will come down, then what is the total time taken by the ball. And later on we will find out that history repeats itself. So let's move and let's see that, imagine that if you are going for this type of adventure, right? If you are standing on Burj Khalifa, or you are entered into in the army drills and you jumped from that particular height, and you want to know that how much time it will take to reach the ground, right? At the moments you started to feel like very anxious, very means tense about that what will happen if you do not open your parachutes. So there the time of fall is very important. And here we are considering that the only force which is acting on the body is the gravitational force. So how we can calculate the time of fall? I'm here to explain you that. So we are considering that from one particular height, we are dropping one object having mass m, right? So when we are dropping the object, I'm considering this as this object having mass. So the kinematics data of this object when I am dropping this object, so initial velocity will be equals to 0, acceleration will equals to plus g, that will be plus 10 meter per second square. I'll be taking 10 meter per second square if nothing is given in the question, or I'll be taking 9.8 meter per second square if given in the question, right? It all depends on the question, and do not get into the trap of like what is the value of g, because this is the trap where the students got stuck, right? So we have u, we have a, and the third thing what we are having the displacement what it needs to cover. So we got our three datas here. What are the total datas? Present here? The total data present are UV set. These are the total datas what are present, and we have to calculate what we have to calculate. U is given, right? S is given, A is given. We can calculate T and we will calculate V. So if I want to calculate time, can I use that S is equals to ut plus half at square, and this is 0. If initial velocity is 0, this term do not have any significance, right? If u is 0, this term do not have any significance. I can substitute this a. as 2s divided by I need to find out t. So it will be under root 2s divided by g. So this is my time of fall. Under root 2s divided by g is my time of fall. So if building is having a height of 20 meter, I'm giving you the question. If I'm saying you that building height is 20 meter, how much time will it take to reach the ground? Come on, tell me. A building height is 20 meter and I'm dropping from a 20 meter height, and what is the time taken by the object? It doesn't matter whether the object is heavy or not, because we know that if we are considering only the acceleration due to gravity, then mass doesn't matter, right? So it doesn't matter whether you are having heavy mass or less mass, it doesn't matter. When you are calculating the time, you can easily get through 2s under root by g, and I can substitute this value here. And I can get that t is equals to under root 2 into 20 divided by 10. So it will be 2 seconds. So it will take just 2 seconds from a height of 20 meter to fall under the action of gravity. Can you imagine that? How big is the value of gravity. Can't you imagine? Right? So this first thing is done. I am only going to teach you 5 fundas. So this is my first funda which we will be using. So time of fall is done. Next is the speed of fall. Like what is the speed with which this object will hit the ground? So if I am considering that this object is having height h and the data will remain same, right? What is the data? These are the data, UV set. And out of this UV set, first thing, u is equals to 0, s is equals to h, that this is what we are having, and acceleration is equals to plus d is equals to plus 10 if I need to take, otherwise I can ignore this fact as well. And what I need to calculate? What I need to calculate? U is given, s is given, v I need to find out here, right? And a is given. So 3 data is given, and t we have already find out in the previous section. So if we are calculating v, then what we can do? We can use equation v square minus u square is equals to 2as, isn't it? And u is 0 here, so I can put this value as 0. Then v is equals to under root 2gh. So v is equals to under root 2gh. Note down. This is the second funda which I am teaching you. I am only going to give you very few fundas, and these fundas are very important if you really want to crack the NEET exam. You will not be wearing the earphones, you will be wearing the stethoscope with you. This is the motivation. Your earphones will be replaced by the stethoscope. This is the motivation you must have if you really want to become a doctor, right? So this is second. As a doctor, what will you think? That this must be the quality you must be having. What must be the quality you must be having to become a doctor? Next thing is maximum height. Imagine that you are standing here on the ground, and you are having one ball. If I am carrying one ball with me and I want to throw this ball upward, right? I want to throw this ball upward. I have to provide some velocity, right? If I do not provide any velocity, it will come down. It won't go up if I am not providing any velocity. It's just simple physics. I cannot make this ball to go up without providing any velocity, right? So I need to provide the velocity. So if I am providing the velocity here, initial velocity must not be equals to 0 if I am going to make this ball to go up. But I know that at the maximum height, the final velocity, what will be the final velocity at that time? Final velocity must be 0. That ball must be stopped at final point, right? If I'm throwing this ball, that ball momentarily, it takes the speed v is equals to 0. But constantly, there is acceleration. Constantly, there is some acceleration, right? Which is equals to 0. I'm taking, like, if this is going upward, then acceleration is equals to minus of g, right? So these things are given to us, and what we need to find out, I'm writing the data here. So data is u is not equals to 0, it is given to us. V is equals to 0, this is given to us. Acceleration is equals to minus of g, this is given to us. And we know that in kinematics we are having 5 datas. In kinematics we are having 5 datas. U, V, sat. This is the only things what we are having, right? So U, V, sat. So U is given, V is given, U is given, V is given, A is given. I can easily find out S. So for calculation of height, which equation I can use where there is no use of t? Which equation I can use where there is no equation of t? What is the maximum height attained by the ball? So I can use v square minus u square is equals to 2as. That sounds good, right? V square minus u square is equals to 2as. As I know that final velocity going to be 0, so I can say that minus u square is equals to minus of 2g h. H is the maximum height. So I can easily find out that the height it reached is u square divided by 2g. So maximum height is u square divided by 2g. So if you are throwing a ball with a speed of 20 meter per second, if I am throwing the ball with a speed of 20 meter per second, then what is the maximum height that the ball can attain? One question for you. If I am saying that I am throwing a ball with the speed of, these questions are very simple. You can easily find out whenever you are getting some values, you will be able to find out that what is the answer. I am saying you that when I am saying you that u is equals to 20 meter per second. I'm saying you, I'm throwing a ball with the speed of 20 meter per second. Then what is the value of maximum height attained by the ball? So you can easily find out how. You can easily find out. You can multiply this 20 into 20 divided by keeping the value as 10. You can get that it is the 20 meter will be the height taken by the ball. Right? And what if I am changing this value to 30? What if I am changing this value to 30? You will be saying, no problem, sir. Just replace these things. You will get the answer. Right? You will be saying that, sir, just you need to replace this thing 30 into 30 divided by 2 into 10. So 45. So you are saying that I just increase the 10 meter per second, but the distance increases a lot, right? So this is my third funda. I'm going to teach you only 5 fundas, right? And I'm also teaching you that how to think in terms of kinematics data. These are kinematics data, UV set, and you have to only think in these terms, right? There is only one motivation. You have to change your earphones to this stethoscope. And the most important fact is, whenever any patient comes to you, how the doctor will be thinking that what medicine I can give. He will be thinking in points, right? So you will be telling me these symptoms you are thinking. And if you are having these symptoms, you must be having these many diseases, right? And out of these diseases, you will be thinking that, yes, I need to prescribe this medicine. Try to think in terms of doctors. Similarly, I am teaching you in points. I am teaching you that these points are only important. And if you are studying in points, what is most important fact is you will be able to revise those concepts very easily. Right? You will be able to revise these concepts very easily. The next thing is time to reach. The time to reach the maximum height. What will be the time to reach the maximum height? So if this ball is thrown upward with the velocity u, which is not equal to 0, and this ball is getting velocity 0 at the maximum height, and the acceleration is minus of g, continuously it is, right? And I have to find out the time, so I can use v minus u is equals to 80, right? V is 0, minus u is equals to minus of gt. I can substitute this. T is equals to u by g. T is equals to u by g. So if I am throwing a ball with 20 meter per second, how much time it will take to reach the maximum height? 2 seconds. If I am throwing the ball with 30 meter per second, how much time it will take to reach the maximum height? 3 seconds. If I am throwing the ball with 40 meter per second, 4 seconds. 50 meter per second, 5 seconds. 60 meter per second, 6 seconds. And it's very simple. If u is equals to 20 meter per second, then time will be 20 by 10. Right? So you do not need any calculation for finding the questions related to the projectile motions, if you follow my tips what I am giving you. Write down this fourth funda. Write down this fourth funda. Next, and I am applying these fundas. I'll be applying these fundas in the projectile motion, right? Similarly, in the projectile motion, the fifth funda was the repetition of thing, that these values will be repeated. Motions repeat itself. We'll be considering that in the projectile parts. Like, imagine that if I am having a cannon here, and this cannon is making an angle theta. This cannon is making an angle theta with that, and the velocity with which it is released is u. So this is the path taken by the projectile. If I increase the angle, the velocity remains same. Then you think that this will come here. If you further increase, then this. If you further increase, then this, right? So you are seeing that if we are increasing the angle, the range is decreasing, means the horizontal distance to which the ball can goes or the projectile can goes is decreasing continuously. Projectile motion is nothing different than the other motions. And in science, I always say to my students that science is the deadly enemy of uniqueness. I hope that this is not the first time you are listening these words from me, right? I always say that science is the deadly enemy of uniqueness. So why I'll be teaching you one more concepts when we can utilize whatever we had studied earlier. So, sir, please explain it. Sir, please explain this in more detail. I am telling you that if you are finding that object is projected with a velocity u, that is making an angle theta. If you are seeing that an object is projected with a speed of u, which is making angle theta with the horizontal, then I can resolve these things. I can resolve this thing in two parts. First one, that what is the x component of this velocity? It will be u cos theta. What will be the y component of this? It will be u sin theta. These are the components, because I won't be seeing combined motion. I'll be seeing this motion in divided form. So this is u cos theta, this is u sin theta. I divided this part. And if this ball is going, there is no acceleration in x-axis, right? Acceleration is 0 in x. X-axis data, we are having ux is equal to u cos theta, means if I am seeing only the x-axis of this, right? So this will be moving with the constant velocity only, u cos theta, right? Acceleration is 0, means ux, uy sab yahi rahega. And if I am having uy is equals to u sin theta and the acceleration here ay is equals to minus of g, right? Here the acceleration is minus of g. So I'm going to teach you only few points that are very helpful, so you can separate these things. If I need to find out that what is the maximum height attained by this, you can easily find out by comparing this with what we had studied earlier. I'm teaching you how. I am teaching you how you are going to compare this thing. You can imagine that a person is here and he is projecting a ball vertically with velocity uy, which is none other than u sin theta, right? then what is the maximum height it will attain? You already learned that maximum height is nothing but uy square divided by 2g. Right? This is what we had studied. Uy square divided by 2g. And what is uy? It's u square sine square theta divided by 2g. This is height. This is height. This is the first formula which you have to learn, right? The second formula, sir, second formula. What will be the maximum height? What will be the time taken by the ball? So time taken by the ball to reach the maximum height is u sine theta divided by g. And the total time taken by the ball will be 2u sine theta by g. Okay, sir. Sir, H is complete. Sir, T is complete. And this we had done earlier as well, right? Sir, what is the range? Range means this thing. Range means this thing. Range is very important for the NEET exam, and please listen. Range means the horizontal distance covered by the projectile. Range is nothing but the horizontal distance covered by the projectile. So in the horizontal motion, I am seeing that there is no acceleration. And when there is no acceleration, the initial velocity and final velocity will remain same. And I can use simple formula that the distance is equal to speed into time, right? So I can write this as distance is equals to speed into time. Time is the total time. So range is equals to ux is u cos theta. So I can write this as 2u sine theta cos theta divided by g. So this is the range. And you know that sine 90 minus theta is equals to cos theta, right? If I am substituting this theta with the value of 90 minus theta, this will give me the same value. If I am replacing this theta with 90 minus theta, then sine 90 minus theta will become cos theta. This cos 90 minus theta will become sine theta. Value will remain same. So for complementary angles, mark this. For complementary angles, this value will be same. For complementary angles, this value will same. Okay. And one more thing, usually in some books you will be finding that this range formula will be written in this form. R is equals to u sine 2 theta divided by g. So this is also a formula which we will be using, right? So these are the formula HRT which we are going to use. And the fourth formula is the equation of trajectory. Fourth formula is the equation of trajectory, which we will be using whenever we require that to analyze the questions. Otherwise, we will ignore that also, right? I hope that these things are clear to you. Is it clear, my dear? Let's move. If these formulas are clear to you, how we will be using that? These formulas are completely based on what we had studied earlier, right? I already told you that how to solve these questions. So here we are having one question. The question is that a ball is thrown from a field with a speed of 12 meters per second. So ball is thrown from a field with a speed of 12 meters per second at an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal. At what distance will it hit the field again? Okay. So a ball is thrown with a speed of 12 meters per second, right? The angle is 45 degree. This 45 degree angle is very important. Why? Because whenever we are having this angle, I already told you that we are having range, right? We are having range as u square sine 2 theta divided by g. So this is the formula of range. And when we are having theta is equals to 45 degree, then sine 2 theta means will become sine 90 degree, and sine 90 degree is equals to 1, right? So this value will be maximum. So at this point we are having R max, means the range is maximum. So it might be asked in your exam that to get the maximum range, it might be asked in your exam that to get the maximum range, what must be the angle of projectile? What will be the projectile angle? So the angle must be 45 degrees. So R max is equals to U square divided by G. So this is very simple, and here I am finding that the speed is given to us, which is none other than 12 meter per second, and the angle here is 45 degree, and I know that this is the condition of getting the maximum range. And at what distance will it hit the field again? दोबारा कब ये field पर दोबारा से आएगी? So that means this is what we have to find out. Then U square by G, and we know that U square means 12 square divided by 10. So 12 square is 144 divided by 10. That means 14.4 meter is the answer. 14.4 meter is the answer. This is the, if you know this concept, you can easily find out this in your mind, right? Very simple question. I told you that this type of questions had already been asked in your NEET exam, and now we will be solving the previous year questions. Are you all ready? Are you all ready to change the earphone with the stethoscope? Are you all ready? Are you all on the same page what I am teaching you? Because in kinematics, I already taught you whatever I want to. There is only relative motion left. Deepak Mishra, 14.4. Okay. One more information for you, that if you really want to crack ALT, if you really want to crack your NEET exam in one go, you can follow this ALT JEE Telegram channel and as well as ALT NEET, because here we are providing the free PDF materials, free study materials you will be getting, free classes updates, like I am conducting the free classes for the kinematics. Earlier in the afternoon session, I completely covered your kinematics, and in this session I am covering the part 2, which is projectile motion, and in future classes I'll be covering the relative motion. Third, you will get the important updates, and fourth is the discount, right? So this is very important. I want that you please join this Telegram channel. And other than that, we are also conducting some crash courses. Means we have a special crash course where we are providing 90 plus classes, where we not only complete your complete concepts, complete course, but also providing you the free test series. And here we are using the flipped classroom method. The syllabus will be covered by JEE experts like me, who will be teaching JEE subjects with more than 6 plus 8 to 10 years of experience. What is the flipped classroom method? I am telling you that this is the method used by this is the method used by European universities, right? In my previous lectures, I already told you that this is the best method, because in Europe, basically what they did is they incite the student to study on their own. So first, I'll be providing you initially 15 to 20 minutes lecture on the topic which I'm going to teach you, and then I'll be providing you the study materials, and after providing the study materials, I'll be conducting a webinar. This webinar will be completely personal to you, because I want that I know that each child is unique, and if each child is unique, their problem is unique, and I'll be giving you the homework as per your requirement, and we'll be checking that whether you'll be able to solve that homework or not. And also we are having our full year course. About this I'll be telling you in detail later on, but this full year course is the course which you have to buy, because here also we are providing you personal doubt clearing sessions, and we believe that personal doubt clearing session is the best thing which you can provide in the online. And here we are also monitoring that whether you are doing your homework or not. If you are not doing your homework, we will be providing you some more classes, because there can only be two options. There can only be two options if you are not completing your homework. Either you do not want to, right? That means there is behavior issue. We can't do anything for the behavior issue. Second one is the skill issue, that you are not able to do that. For skill issue, we will be pushing ourselves to give you more and more classes that is totally free of cost, free of study material, free test series, free assignment and DPBs, if you buy our complete course, right? So for complete course, we are providing you complete hand holding. And here let's start previous year questions from NEET, right? So I had covered so many previous year question series on this YouTube channel. So if you saw my previous years series, you'll be able to solve this. So this is the question. Can you answer this? This is a question. The velocity of a projectile at the initial point is 2, means at that point, the moment we were launching the projectile, the initial velocity is given by 2i cap plus 3j cap. Now, he is asking you that at point B, means the point where the object is landing, right? So at that point, you need to find out the velocity v. What had happened? If you closely see this, then what really happened? I know that if I am having vector quantity here, I can easily divide this in two parts, right? First one is the velocity 3j, second one is the velocity 2i. So this 2i velocity will remain same because there is no acceleration or deceleration happening here. So I know that velocity will remain 2i. It won't change. So what gets changed? What gets changed here? The only velocity that gets changed. First the velocity was up. Here the velocity is down, right? So it's minus of 3j. I told you that I'll be teaching you complete physics in points only. And for the kinematics, I told you that there are only 5 points. First point is about the height, right? You can, means the number is not fixed, right? But the fundas are fixed, that there are only 5 fundas. The fifth funda, which I missed down, is the funda of repetition, that the motion repeats itself. So if I am throwing the ball, if I am throwing a ball here, actually I am drawing this like this, but the object is going this way, right? So at particular point, all the data will be repeated. All the data will be repeated. Means at that point, the velocity of the object, the magnitude will be same. If I am throwing this ball here up, from my eye level, this ball is going up, right? So the ball must be having some velocity. If it is coming downward, at that point, again the ball is having the velocity. The magnitude of the velocity is same, only the direction gets changed. So here the velocity will be 2i minus of 3j. If you find out the magnitude, it will remain same. So the answer is 2i minus of 3j. I hope that the complete concept is clear to you, that how history repeats itself was the last point which I was going to tell you. So history repeats itself means the data gets repeated, right? Whenever the object is going up, going down, the data gets repeated. There are so many questions which will be directly asked from that point only. Let's move to the next part. This is the question. The question asked you that the horizontal range and the maximum height. The horizontal range and the maximum height of a projectile are equal. The angle of projection for the projectile. The angle of projection of the projectile is what? So this is question from NEET PYQ. So will you able to solve this question? Horizontal range and maximum height of a projectile are equal. I told you that how to solve these types of question. The only way to solve these types of question is to relate these questions with the concepts which I taught you, right? If you learn the art of relating the things, you won't miss out. You won't forget all the formulas. You will always remember all these concepts, right? So it's a medicine which I am taking. I am telling you that the horizontal range. What is the formula of horizontal range, sir? It was u square 2u sin theta dot cos theta divided by g. So this was my range formula. And so the maximum height formula was u square sin square theta by 2g. So this was my height formula. So as per the question, they are saying that both these values are same, right? As per the question, they are saying that both these values are same. So if I am substituting the values here, 2u sin theta dot cos theta divided by g will cut, right? This is u square only. This will cut, sin theta will cut, right? So I'll be getting sin theta by cos theta is equals to 4, right? So sin theta by cos theta is equals to 4. So that means tan theta is equals to 4, theta is equals to tan inverse 4. So B is the answer. Deepak Mishra. Now, how you find out that the angle is 45 degree? Can you get the same values if you are substituting this angle as 45 degree? No, I don't think so that you will be getting the same values. Why? Because this part will become same. If you are substituting the 45 degree, this part will become same, but this part, right? This 2 is different, right? Here it is in numerator and here it is in denominator, so it won't be equal. Let's move to the next part. The question is very important. The question is very important. So a missile is fired for maximum range. Oh wow, a missile is fired for maximum range. That means what must be the angle? What must be the angle of projection to get the maximum range? The angle must be 45 degree. And we know that for angle is equal to 45 degree, the range is nothing but u square by g. And it's very important to calculate this. You can easily find out that you only have to do the square. Square is 400 and you have to keep that value less than 10, right? Means like this value is coming out to 400 and I need to just remove 1 0 here and I'll get the answer. So the answer is 40 meter. Is it clear, everyone? It's very easy to calculate the maximum range questions because this is the only formula which we have to use, and here we are dividing it by 10, and division by 10 is the easiest calculation which you will be getting. The only thing which you have to do is just decrease 1 0 here to get the answer. Next question is this one. Next question is this. So a particle of mass m, is projected with velocity v, making an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal. Okay. The mass is m, velocity is v, making an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal. When the particle lands on the level ground, the magnitude of the change in the momentum will be. Magnitude of the change in the momentum will be. What will happen? We have projected this with the value of 45 degree As you know that if value is 45 degree with velocity v, I can say that u is equals to v cos 45 degree I cap plus v sin 45 degree j cap. Can I? This is what we had done in the previous question as well. We just split this data into two different parts, isn't it? So if we are substituting these values, I know that cos 45 degree and sin 45 degree are same, and it's none other than 1 by root 2. So I can substitute this u vector as v by root 2 I plus v by root 2 j. So this is my initial velocity. This is my initial velocity. Okay. So the projectile of mass m is projected with velocity v, making an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal. When the particle lands on the level ground, the magnitude of the change in its momentum will be, what will be the magnitude change? And here, when this land, the final velocity is nothing but it will be v by root 2 I minus of v by root 2 j. This is the final velocity, right? Mass is m. Please let me know that what will be the answer. Do let me know. A particle of mass m is projected. हमने इसको प्रोजेक्ट कर दिया, and it is going when the particle hits on the level ground, the magnitude of the change in its momentum will be, good question, I think, huh? No one is there who can answer this. Deepak Mishra. Vaibhav. अरे आंसर बताओ भाई. What will be the answer? No idea. How we are going to calculate the magnitude? I already find out everything for you. I already find out. Can't you see that? I already find out. Let's see how many of you can do that. Where you are getting this problem? No idea. See, whenever you got these types of problem, where you do not have any idea, that means your concepts related to the laws of motions, momentum is very weak, right? Because in projectile motion, what we are doing here, we have to find out the momentum. Because why I am taking this question, because I want to know that how good you are in the laws of motion, right? As we know that the momentum is nothing but a product of mass and velocity, right? Momentum is nothing but the product of mass and velocity. I hope this point is clear to you, right? And I know that when this object hits this ground, right, this is the initial velocity, this is the final velocity, and what will be the change in momentum? Delta P. So delta P means P final minus P initial, right? P final minus P initial. I can take mass as because I am considering that mass will remain same, so I can keep this as m v minus u. Can I keep this as m v minus u, right? I can do that. So if I am doing this, I can do this v, and I know that this thing v by root 2 I cap minus v by root 2 j cap minus v by root 2 I cap plus v by root 2 j cap, right? Is this point clear to you? Right? And here I can do one more thing. I know that this thing minus this will also come out to be minus. Right? I know that this thing will be cut, and I'm getting delta P as m v by root 2 into 2. Okay? And root 2 can be cut. I can write this as root 2 mv. Can't we? Are you getting that? Is it clear, my dear? Is it clear, my dear? The only thing which you need to know is the formula. The only thing which you need to know is the formula, and you have to apply those formulas. You do not need to take any tension. Any questions can be solved using the formulas. Let's have another question. In this question, it is given that for angles of projection of a projectile, so two angles are given here, 45 minus theta, 45 plus theta. So two angles are given, and this is asking you that what will be the horizontal range ratio, like what will be the R1 by R2. So this is what they are asking you. And you know that range formula is nothing but it's u square 2u square sine theta dot cos theta divided by g. So this is the range formula. And I told you that whenever if I substitute this value of theta with the 90 minus theta, the answer will be same, right? So whenever I am having the complementary angles for complementary angles, so for complementary angles, range are same. Range are same, right? What is the meaning of that, sir? The meaning is that if you are keeping the u same, then if theta is equal to 30 degree, what range you are getting will be similar to the range you will be getting at 60 degree. The range will be same. The range will be same for theta is equal to 30 degree and theta is equal to 60 degree if you are keeping the u as constant, right? This is what I'm telling you. So what will be the answer here? What will be the answer here? 45 minus theta, 45 plus theta. Are they complementary angles? Because this is the most important thing which you have to consider whenever you are solving this type of question. Do let me know. 45 minus theta and 45 plus theta. How to find the complementary angle? You can add them. You can add them. If they are coming out to be 90 degree, you can easily find out. So if you are adding 45 minus theta, 45 plus theta, are they coming 90 degree? So what must be the answer? What must be the answer? 1:1. Because when ranges are same, the answer will be 1 by 1. Right? So let's move. Now here, two particles are projected with initial velocity and angle of 30 degree and 60 degree with the horizontal. Then same types of questions, same data is only changed. Now please do let me know that what is the answer here. Do let me know that what is the answer here. Two particles are projected with same initial velocities at an angle of 30 degree and 60 degree with the horizontal. Then will their height, imagine, this is what we are talking about, right? So the range must be equals. Now this question. Here, a bullet is fired from a gun with a speed of 1000 meter per second in order to hit a target 100 meter away. At what height above the target should the gun be aimed? Resistance of air is negligible. A bullet is fired from a gun, okay, with a speed of 1000 meter per second in order to hit a target 100 meter away. At what height above the target should the gun aimed? Okay. Okay. This is 100 meter. 100 meter, and we are having a target. Let's imagine that this is the target. This is the target which we are targeting. Okay. A bullet is fired from a gun and gun is here. So gun is here, right? So let's have some person as well. So gun is here, and it is asking you that if the velocity of the gun is 1000 meter per second, in order to hit a target which is 100 meter away, just 100 meter away, at what height above the target should the gun be aimed? The air resistance is negligible, right? To hit that, basically what we have to do is we have to consider one thing. We have to consider one thing, that what is the time taken by the bullet to reach that height, to reach that distance. So time is equals to, we know speed is equals to distance upon time. Time is equals to distance upon speed. So distance 100 meter and the speed is 1000 meter per second. So the time is 0.1 second. So bullet will hit the target in 0.1 second. So in this 0.1 second, I know that gravity will be there. So it might travel, it might deep down, right? So this is the distance which I need to travel, which I need to solve. So I know that this velocity must be in the x direction, and initially y direction velocity will be 0. Acceleration here is plus 10, right? Acceleration here is plus 10, and kinematics data I am writing here. uy is 0, right? 3 data I need to find out. U data is 0, acceleration is plus 10 meter per second square, right? Acceleration is this much, and the time that they have is 0.1 second, right? And you need to find out s. So s is equals to ut plus half at square, right? So I can easily find out this half at square. So that means half a is 10, t square means 0.1 into 0.1. So it will be 5 into 10 into 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. That means 5 centimeter, right? I hope that you are getting the question, that what they are asking. They are asking that if you are hitting a target with some velocity, you are only providing the x component. The y component is 0, right? But due to gravity, we are having y component acceleration only. In the x component, there is no acceleration, there is no deceleration. So this is how we are going to get the answer. Harshal Gavit? Okay. So let's have this question as well. So two bodies of same mass, they are having same mass, are projected with the same velocity at an angle of 30 degree and 60 degree. This is repeated questions. The ratio of their horizontal ranges they are asking. So horizontal ranges are 1:1. We know that because why? Because these angles are complementary to each other. Next question is, the maximum range of a gun for a horizontal terminal is 16 if g is equal to that muzzle speed of a shell must be. This question is from Newton's laws of motion. So this will be homework for you, and we will be doing this in our next lecture, right? So you'll be doing this thing in our next lecture. Now I was telling you that APJ Academy is launching a full year course for you. All guys, you can prepare for NEET exam at a very reasonable price, and the most X factor what we are providing you is the personal doubt clearing sessions. I am again reiterating that please do not fall into the trap of popular teachers, because popular teachers won't be teaching you, and if they are not teaching you, why you are basically pagal ho rahe hain unke piche, right? And these are the facilities which we are providing. Full year course is there, material, the complete modules and the bank of questions we are providing. Test series is there, 25 major tests as per NTA pattern we are providing you, query solving sessions in a personal doubt clearing session, and a complete structured course, free study material, free test series, free question bank, free everything. Means if you have subscribed our 1 year course, you won't need to take any tensions, everything will be provided to you, and we will be listening to you as well throughout the course, and we'll be taking your feedbacks regularly. Again, I am mentioning that coaching is very important. It doesn't matter whether you are taking it from us or from anywhere, because coaching provides you a calendar schedule. Calendar schedule will provide you a consistency, and consistency will help you to sustain that motivation of study, motivation to be a doctor. And the second thing is the confidence. You will be becoming more confident, you will be able to solve the challenging questions, you will be enhancing your capabilities. So this is very important. Even Arjun requires mentoring, right? And for that, APJ Academy is providing you complete democracy. The complete power is in your hand, that if you want to pay, if you want to subscribe these things separately as well, you can buy that. If you only want the structured course, you can buy that, purchase that structured course, and solve your question banks or books questions separately. If you want only the study material from us, you can purchase that. If you want only the test series, you want to see that how our tests are performing, you can purchase that. DPPs, you can purchase that. So each and everything is provided to you, and all payment modes are acceptable. Link is in the description, which you can see, and personal mentoring, doubt clearing sessions are also there. We are holding your hand, and we will take you with us to make you doctors, right? So you do not need to take any tension. So till then, I'm signing off. Bye bye. APJ Academy. Please subscribe this YouTube channel, and if you like this video, please support us by sharing this video with your friends. Right? Bye bye. Bye bye.